I'm Dr. J. Suresh Gaud, Associate Professor in Department of Mathematics, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today, we are going to discuss about the topic probability, which is very important topic in our general life other than mathematics also. Before going to discuss this topic, you have to see my previous sessions, the basic concepts of probability. If you learn perfectly about the basic concepts of probability, then only you can understand what is the meaning of probability. What is the meaning of probability? So, first we are going to discuss about what is probability. See, consider any random experiment. Suppose if I take like this is the experiment, random experiment. This is the random experiment. The total number of events are n, like this. First event, second event, third event, fourth event, like that. M event, m plus 1 event, and so on. Total number of events are n. So the sample space consists of n elements according to the definition of sample space. According to the definition of sample space consists of n elements. Now, out of these n elements, from 1 to n elements, only, here I am going to take another event also, E. Event number 1, event number 2, event number 3, event number 4, event number m, event number m plus 1, event number E, and so on, event number n. Like that, we have total number of events are n. Out of this n events, from 1 to m events, for 1 to m events, these events are favorable, are related to the particular event E. Favorable to the particular event E. Then, the probability of that particular event, whatever the particular event is there, the probability of that particular event is favorable events to E by the total number of events. How many favorable events? M by the total number of events are n. So that is the formula. The probability of any particular event, E equal to the favorable events to E, the number of favorable events to E, which are m, by the total number of events, which are n. So that is probability of E, m by n. So this is the concept of probability. Consider any random experiment having the total number of trials are n. Out of them, m events are favorable to one particular event. Then P of E equal to m by n. That is the definition of probability. Now, in this experiment, again I am going to take, this is a random experiment. Total number of events, first event, second event, third event, fourth event, m event, E event, E bar event, and so on. Total number of events are n. The sample space consists of S. See, these m events are favorable to E. Then P of E equal to, we know that m by n. That we have discussed in the previous slide. That means, these m events are favorable to E means, remaining events, how many are there? From n, m are favorable, remaining events. That means n minus m events, which are not favorable to E bar. Which are not favorable to E. So, by the definition, n minus m events are not favorable to E. According to the definition of probability, n minus m events are not favorable to E. That means which are favorable to other than E, which is E bar. So n minus m events which are not favorable to E. That means which are favorable to E bar, where E bar is other than E. So then we can find out probability of E bar also. That is, probability of E bar is the total favorable events to E bar by the total number of events, n minus m by n. Got my point? Try to understand. Again, I am repeating. If m events are favorable to E, m events are favorable to E, then remaining events, how many are remaining out of n? N minus m. Events are not favorable to E because m are favorable to E, na? N minus m events are not favorable to E means which are favorable to E bar. Then we can find out probability of E bar also. The number of favorable events n minus m by n. So here P of E bar equal to n minus m by n. Nothing but n by n minus m by n. N by n is 1 because n cancel. 1 minus m by n. 1 minus, but m by n is P of E. So P of E. So P of E bar equal to, we got it, P of E. Therefore, P of E plus P of E bar equal to 1. P of E plus P of E bar equal to 1. So this P of E we can denote it with small p, and P of E bar we can denote it with small q. So P plus Q equal to 1. Where P is probability of event, probability of success. Where E is the particular event. Q means probability of E bar, probability of failure because E bar other than E. So P plus Q equal to 1. Now, in probability, we have some important points. The probability of any event, particular event, we are finding probability for particular event only. This value always between 0 to 1 only. The probability of any particular event should be lies between 0 to 1 only. And one more thing, P of E bar value always less than P of E only. Always less than P of E only. And P of E is also known as probability of success, which is denoted by P. P of E bar is also known as probability of failure. It is denoted by Q. So P plus Q equal to 1. Now, we discussed P of E formula m by n. Now, to find the probability, what values are required while doing the problems? See, first we need to identify what is n, the total number of events in that problem. And you should identify what is particular event. What is particular event? This means what is the question? Finding probability. What we are going to find out? Probability. And next is M. That is favorable events, which are how many events are favorable to particular event. So you should remember while we are finding the probability, these three values are compulsory required. These three values are compulsory required, which are N, E, M. First we need to find N, then identify what is E. E means particular event, nothing but the question. And M is how many events are favorable to that particular question. If you know these three values, we can find out probability of any particular event. Suppose, if I discuss one problem, question, read the question, what is the probability of 5 if we throw a die? This is the problem. We should find out probability. Probability formula, we know that P of E equal to M by N. I already discussed, first we need to find out what is E, what is N, what is E, what is M. In this problem, what is N? Throwing a die. If we throw a die, N equal to 6. If we throw a die, N equal to 6. That means if we throw a die, either 1 comes up, the faces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total number of events are 6. So this one we got it. Now identify E. E means question. What is the question? Probability of getting 5. So E equal to getting 5 only. E equal to getting 5. Particular event means the problem. The problem of probability. We are going to find out probability of that particular event. Right. Next, M. M means the number of favorable events to E, to particular event. How many are favorable? how many chances are there to get number 5? Only one chance is there. That's why m equal to 1. Therefore, by the definition of the probability, P of E equal to m by n, P of E equal to 1 by 6. See, P of E is 1 by C means P of E, where E is getting 5. Getting 5. Answer is 1 by 6. So, probability of getting 5 if we throw a die is 1 by 6. Probability of getting 5 if we throw a die is 1 by 6. I think you understood clearly. Again, I am telling that while we are finding the probability, you should remember 3 values are required, which are small n, that is total number of events, and identify what is E, capital E, that is particular event. That means the problem, question. And next, M. M means favorable events. How many are favorable to that particular event, E. So, if you know these 3 values, we can find out probability. Now, coming to second problem, find the probability of getting I, capital I, from the vowels in English. I told you that probability is required. That's why we require N, E, M. N, E, M. N, from the vowels in English, how many N? 5. Because vowels in English are only 5, which are A, E, I, O, U. And E means particular event, nothing but question. What is the question? Probability of getting I. So, getting I is the event. Now, M, number of favorable events to getting I. How many I's are there in the vowels in English? Only one I is there, na? That's why M equal to 1. So, after getting these 3 values, we can find out P of E equal to m by n, which is 1 by 5. That means probability of where E is getting I equal to 1 by 5. That means probability of getting a alphabet I from the vowels in English equal to 1 by 5. So, like that, we should solve the problems on probability. Suppose, third problem, what is the probability? Again, probability, that means we require N, E, M. For a leap year, have 52 Mondays and 53 Sundays. 52 Mondays and 53 Mondays. Before going to find these 3, first we need to know what is leap year. Leap year having 366 days. That means 52 weeks plus 2 days. Leap year consists of 366 days. This 366 days we are going to divide into 52 weeks plus 2 days. 52 weeks means from Sunday to Saturday. 52 times repeated. So there is no probability not required for 52 weeks. And these 2 days, maybe what are the chances of these 2 days? The 2 days may be either Sunday, Monday option, or Monday, Tuesday option, or Tuesday, Wednesday option, or Wednesday, Thursday option, and Thursday, Friday option, and Friday, Saturday option, Saturday, Sunday. So total how many options are? 7 options are there. So n equal to 7. Got my point? In a leap year, out of 366 days, we are going to divide 364 days as 52 weeks. So probability is not required for 52 weeks. And plus 2 days. These 2 days may be, these are the options, 7 options. And E, identify E is problem. 52 Mondays and 53 Sundays. 52 Mondays and 53 Sundays. 52 Mondays and 53 Sundays. Now M, how many 52 Mondays, how many 53 Sundays are required? See, in 52 weeks, we have 52 Mondays. We have 52 Mondays and 53 Sundays. But we require one more Sunday, na? Because we required 53 Sundays. From 52 weeks, we got it 52 Mondays and 52 Sundays. But one more Sunday we required from these 7 options. Where is the Sunday out of these 7 options? Here one Sunday, here one Sunday. 2 options are there. 2 options are there. Therefore, m equal to 2. Is it right? Because 2 options are there Sunday. But if you choose this option Sunday and Monday, Sunday will be 53. No issue. But Monday also there, na? That means Monday will be 53. But our question is 52 Mondays only. That's why this option is also not suitable. Only this case, Saturday and Sunday. Now in this case, m not equal to 2. M equal to only 1 out of 7 options. So, m equal to 1, n equal to 7, e equal to 52 Mondays and 53 Sundays. So, by the definition of probability, P of E equal to 1 by 7. That means P of where E is 52 Mondays and 53 Sundays equal to 1 by 7. Got my point? Now, another problem. These all are the basic problems on probability. Try to understand the concept of probability. Blindly you remember what are the values are required to find probability. As I told you that n value required, e value required, m value required. N means total number of events. E means E means particular event. Particular event means the problem. Probability for what value we are going to find out probability, that is called probable particular event. M is how many events are favorable to that particular event. Right. Now, find the probability. Probability is there. That's why we require to find these 3 of getting 10. Getting sum is 10. Getting sum is 10. If we throw 2 dice, find the probability of getting sum 10 if we throw 2 dice. First, we need to find n value. If we throw 2 dice. 2 dice means first die 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second die 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 dice. If we throw 2 dice at a time, what are the options that we have discussed in the previous session? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Like that, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. Like that we have, these are the possible options, possible outcomes if we throw 2 dice. So, total number of events are 36. N we got it 36. Now, E. I told you that E is particular event. E is particular event. That means our problem, getting sum is 10. Sum is 10. Sum is 10. Out of 36 events, how many events are favorable to E? How many events are going to get sum is 10? That is our problem. See, if you start 1 to 6, 1 to add anything from the die 2, we are not going to get 10. Like that, 2 also not getting, 3 also not getting, 4, from 4 we can start, 4, 6, this option, 4, 6, 6, 4, 5, 5. Only 3 options, m equal to 3. 4, 6, 5, 6, 4, 5, 5. So, by the definition of probability, P of E equal to m by n, 3 by 36, which is 1 by 12. Like that, we should solve the problems on probability. Now, another question or another problem. From a pack of playing cards, I think everyone know about the playing cards. We have 52 playing cards. Drawn at random, what is the probability of getting jack or king? From a pack of playing cards drawn at random, we are choosing. So, we should find out probability. That's why we require N, E, M. Out of 52, how many cards we are going to draw? Only 1 card. So, 52 C1 ways. The way of choosing the cards from the number of cards are by using the formula NCR. So out of 52 cards, we are going to choose only one card in how many ways? 52C1 ways. That's why n equal to 52C1. And E equal to Jock or King. Because the probability of getting Jack. How many Jacks out of 52? We know that 4 Jacks. So getting Jack probability 4C1. Only one we are choosing now. Or is there. Or means plus and means into. In probability you should remember. King. How many kings? 4 kings. So 4C1. So probability of getting 4 Jacks or kings. 4 Jacks 4C1. 4 kings 4C1. Because we are choosing only one card from Jacks. Similarly, one card from king. So M also you got it. Therefore, P of E we know that M by N. So M is 4C1 plus 4C1 by N is 52C1. So probability of getting Jack or King equal to 8 by 52. Because 52C1 is 52, 4C1 is 4 plus 4C1 is 4 also. Because by using the formula NCR n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Right? Now, another problem. In a group, there are 4 men and 2 women. In one group, there are 4 men, 4M, where M is men, and 2 women. W means women. From this group, we are going to select 3 persons at random. 3 persons at random. From the first statement of the problem again, in a group there are 4 men and 2 women. From this group, 3 persons are selected at random. From this we got it n value. How you choose 3 persons from this group? How you choose 3 persons from this group? Totally how many are there in the group? 6 members. How many we require to choose? 3 members. In how many ways? N equal to 6C3. So the total number of events are N equal to 6C3. Because out of 6 persons, either it may be men or women, we don't bother about, because we are going to choose 3 members from the total number of members in that particular group. Now find the probability of, probability is there, that's why we require E and M. 3 persons, these 3 persons should be 1 man and 2 women. 1 man and 2 women. That is our requirement. 1 man and 2 women, or 2 men and 1 woman. Either this option or this option. Right. These 3 persons, how many events are favorable to this E? This is our problem. M we can find out. 1 man we require. Actually, how many men are there? 4. From 4, how you choose 1? 4C1. And into 2 women required. 1 man completed, 2 women required. 2 required from 2 to C2. 4C1 into 2C2. Or that 3 persons may be 2 options are given. 1 man and 2 women case over. And next is 2 men and 1 woman. 2 men we require from how many men? 4 men. So 4C2. Into 1 woman we require from 2 women. 2C1. That is M. That we have written. Event of selecting 1 man and 2 women or 2 men and women. This is the first case is 1 man and 2 women. And the second case is 2 men and 1 woman. Or mentioned either this option out of 3 persons or this option. So 2 options we have taken. So by the definition of probability, P of E is M by N, where M equal to numerator by N equal to total 3 persons from the total number of persons. Either it may be women and men. There is no bother about it to find N value. But when we are finding M value, favorable events, it depends on the men and women. Now, like that, another problem is there. In a class, there are 10 boys and 5 girls. Total 15. Out of this 10 boys and 5 girls, a committee of 4 students to be selected. How many are required? 4. In how many ways? From 15, how many ways we can choose 4? In 15C4 NCR formula. N we got it. So denominator value we got it in the probability. Now numerator, to find M value we should see the problem. Find the probability for it to have at least 3 girls. Out of 4 students, at least 3 girls are required. That point I write. E. Question is at least 3 girls. At least 3 girls means what are the options? I required 4 students. We need to choose the committee of 4 students. From these 4 students, it's mandatory to choose 3 girls. That means 3 girls and 1 boy. This is one option. Or at least 3 means it may be 4 na? Or 4 girls. If we choose 4 girls, not required boys, because the total number of students are only 4. Now, is there any other option to choose at least 3 girls other than these 2? No option. 4 members we can select, 2 girls, 2 boys, but our particular event will not be satisfied because our particular event is at least 3 girls, only these 2 cases. Right? That's why event of selecting at least 3 girls. Selecting 3 girls from 5 girls, 5C3. 1 more boy is required now from 10C1. That is the one option. At least 3 means 4 girls also we can take from 5 girls. So boys not required because maximum number of students are 4 only. This is M. So by the definition of probability, P of E equal to M by N. So P of E equal to like this. So the finding M, the number of favorable events are very, very important role to find the probability problems. Right? Suppose another problem, a class consists of 6 girls and 10 boys. 6 girls and 10 boys. From this, I need to choose only 3 at random from this class. In how many ways? 16C3. Total number of students I combined. We can choose 3 students. In how many ways? N equal to 16C3 by 16C3. So N equal to 16. The probability that the 3 persons are boys only I required. That is E. The first problem, E equal to 3 boys. That means girls are not required. The committee of 3 are chosen from the 16 students. Only boys. Only boys. How many boys are there? 10 boys are there. How many we are going to choose? 3 boys are choose. Girls are not required. So M equal to 10C3. So P of E equal to M by N. That means 10C3 by 16C3. Now the second sub-question, exactly 2 girls. Exactly 2 girls. Total 10 boys and 6 girls. 3 we required to choose. 2 girls and 1 boy. Because 3 required, na? How to choose 1 boy from 10 boys? 10C1 into. And is there into. How to choose 2 girls from 6 girls? In how many ways? 6C2. So this is M. So by the definition of probability, P of E is M by N. P of E is 6C2 into 10C1 by 16C. Now, from 6 men and 4 women, a committee of 5 is to be formed. Total 10. 5C2, 10C5, 5 required. Find the probability that always include at least 1 lady. Coming to this, at least 1 lady. Out of 5 members, at least 1 lady. First case, 1 lady mandatory. That means remaining 4 are men. 1 woman and 4 men. Is that is only one option? No. We can choose two women and remaining 3 are from men. Plus 3 women. 3 women also at least 1 lady category and 2 men. Plus 4 women we can choose. 4 women and 1 man. And last option 5 women also we can take because 5 persons are required, but our strength of women is only 4. So this is not going to consider. So 1, 2, 3, 4 options are there. So M equal to first one woman. How you are going to select 1 woman from 4 women? 4C1 into 4 men from 6C, 6 men. Plus second one 2 women and 3 women. Sorry, 3 men. Third one 3 women and 3 women and 2 men. And the last one 4 women and 1 man. 4C4 into 6C1. So by the definition of probability M by N. Like this we have to solve. And the last problem in this probability, a box contains 2 red balls or 3 blue balls and 4 black balls. That 3 balls are drawn from the box at random. 3 balls are drawn from the box at random. Out of how many balls? 9 balls. Total number of 9 balls. I need to choose 3. In how many ways? N equal to 9C3. We got it N value. Find the probability that first problem 3 balls are different colors, 3 balls are same color, 2 balls are different, same, and third one is different. And we got it 9C3. In the first sub question, 3 balls are different colors. Actually, we have 2 red, 3 blue, and 4 black. And 3 balls are we are going to choose now. 1 ball should be red, 1 ball should be blue, and 1 ball should be black. How to choose 1 red ball from this? 2C1. How to choose 1 blue ball? 3C1. How to choose 1 blue black ball? 4C1. So 2C1, 3C1, 4C1. This is the first sub question. Now 3 balls are same color. Actually 2 red, 3 blue, 4 black. So 3 balls are required. Question 3 balls should be same. But actually red balls are only 2, which is not possible to choose 3 red balls from the 2 red balls. So that concept is not worked out. That's why now the second option 3 blue balls are there. Can we choose 3 blue balls same color? Yes, we can choose. So 3C3. This is an option. Or 3 black balls also we can choose from 4 black balls. So 4C3. So P of E is 3C3 plus 4C3 by 9C3. Now 2 balls are same and third one is different. Actually 2 red, 3 blue, 3 blue and 4 black. Black. 3 balls are required. 2 balls are same. 2 may be 2 red balls. 2C2. And another should be different. Another may be either it may be blue or black. How many are there? Blue and black combination 7. How many required? 1 ball is required. 2C1 in 2C2 into 7C1 plus. Or we can choose 2 balls from 3 blue balls. 3C2 into another ball. Either it may be red or black, not blue, because another is different. Red or black combination total is 6. How many we require? C1. Or another option, we can choose 2 same color from black balls also now. So 4C2. Another is different. Other than black, we have 5. 2 red, 3 blue. So 5C1. Therefore, like that, 5C1. So P of E equal to M by N. So this is M by total number of events, N equal to 9C3. Right?
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.